Hi, I'm Bob Savar with Pickleball Teachers Network at pickleballteachers.com, and we are a website where if you're looking for a pickleball coach, you can do a search and find a pickleball coach in your area. And I'm here with Rodney Rocket Grubbs, who we've met for the first time today. And Rodney's company is
Pickleballrocks.com.
Pickleballrocks.com. You've been around for 9 years, you said?
9 years now, yeah.
Okay. So Rodney's also a teacher, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about teaching, and then we'll talk a little about your company, okay? So how long have you been playing pickleball?
Started 9 years ago, so 9 years.
That's amazing. Yeah, I interviewed one teacher who's been playing for 6 months, and he's a teacher already. Okay, and how did you get started? Were you a tennis player? Or?
My whole family, we were a tennis family, but we live in a little country town of Brookville, Indiana, right outside of Cincinnati, and about 9 years ago, a couple retired couples found it in Florida and brought it back to our little country town, and I was a local high school tennis coach at the time.
Okay.
So they came to me right away, Rodney, you have to try this. I tried it and was hooked instantly.
Can I ask you how old you are?
I am 63 years old.
Okay, so you started in the 50s.
Right.
Okay. So do you teach clinics, or do you have time to teach anywhere?
Well, a little bit. We're on the road about 40 weeks out of the year, two tournaments, okay, with the apparel company. But yeah, we run Pickleball Rocks Training Academy in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And there we do private lessons all the way up to big boot camps. And then as we travel the country too, a lot of times tournaments will ask us to come a day early or stay a day late and do clinics for the tournament players.
What's a clinic look like? How many players would you have? Would you have different setups, different drills?
We have different setups, but we basically follow the IBTPA guidelines of never more than 8-to-1 ratio in anything that we do.
Okay. If you're coaching, let's say, a 3.0 player, okay, which is me. I was in the tournament here.
Oh, by the way, congratulations on your win. Right.
Thank you, Delray Beach Pickleball Club. A big tournament here in Delray Beach this weekend. So you're out of what city?
Brookville, Indiana, which is a little country town right outside of Cincinnati.
Okay.
We are actually headquartered, my two sons, and the academy is headquartered in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. So what I was going to ask you was, if you've got, let's say, a 3.0 player who's trying to get to that next level, 3.5 or more, any specific advice that you give a player like that?
Generally, at any level, okay, I tell people, simplify your strokes. Simplify the game as much as you can, because the simpler you make it, the easier it is to master a simple stroke.
Okay.
Generally, we'll take a new player, and if they come from a background, say, of racquetball or tennis, they're very used to big, long, loopy strokes. We'll try to shorten down, condense, and simplify everything so it's very easy for you to duplicate that over and over and develop the muscle memory needed to go ahead and progress to that next level.
Right. It's very similar to golf. Once you get that stroke and you can reproduce it again and again, that's how you get better.
I actually use golf a lot of times as an example of how important it is to hit the ball, whether it's a golf ball or a pickleball, on the sweet spot. Okay, if you're out golfing and you hit the ball on the sweet spot, you know it. It feels solid. The ball goes 500 yards. All right. It's the same thing with the pickleball paddle. Every pickleball paddle has a sweet spot on it. If you hit it on that sweet spot, you have a much greater ability then to hit the ball where you want it to go. Right. And if you miss that sweet spot, then it doesn't quite go where we want it to go, and we end up paying for that. So.
Right, it's true of any sport. You're absolutely right. So I know one question people always ask me to ask a teacher is, what kind of paddle do you use?
Well, now that's funny too, because being around 9 years, I have seen a great progression in paddles over those 9 years. 9 years ago, when I first started selling some paddles, I could literally look anybody in the eye and say, there's really not much difference in any of the paddles. Today there is. There's significant differences in the paddles. So today I actually do carry two in my bag. I carry a Pro Light Titan. The Pro Light Titan is famous for having a very soft carbon fiber surface. And I love having that soft surface when I'm trying to neutralize a hard ball, like maybe a Delray ball or the Franklin balls. And then I carry a Selkirk S2 in my bag. And I just love the way that the balance feels in that. I love the way the ball comes off of that. So I use that for virtually everything else.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So to finish up, tell us again a little about your business and where people can find you, and an email address or a website.
I mean, we've been very fortunate. We started 9 years ago, and 9 years ago, I accidentally came up with a T-shirt that said "Pickleball Rocks." Ask me how. Okay, and really, I developed that T-shirt just to get people to ask me about pickleball.
Right.
And as people started asking for more for that shirt, then pretty soon the little light bulb came on. Hey, maybe we've got to have something here, so we developed the Pickleball Rocks apparel line. So it's been around for 9 years now. Pickleball Rocks is now the largest selling apparel line in the sport of pickleball, because we are nationwide, actually starting to ship in some foreign countries now as well. So anybody can go to pickleballrocks.com, and just when you go to pickleballrocks.com, you can subscribe there. You're going to get our newsletter. You get access to our Facebook clubhouse, where we do lots of fun things for our followers as well. So pickleballrocks.com. Go there. Everything's there all about us. All right.
Great. Rodney, thank you very much.
Bob,
I appreciate it, and nice to meet you. I'm going to finish up here.
All right.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
thanks.
Thanks.
Again, Bob Savara, Pickleball Teachers Network at pickleballteachers.com. They're announcing players, so I hope you can hear me. And stop by the site and find a pickleball teacher near you. Thanks.